The Education Law Center's Jessica Levin joins us in the Agnes Varus NJTV studio to talk about this. Jessica, welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're suing on behalf of 5 parents. What do they want?
The suit was brought on behalf of students because there's confusion in schools throughout the state among students and parents and school staff about what the requirements are to get a high school diploma in New Jersey. The New Jersey Department of Education has stopped implementing the high school graduation exam requirements that are currently in the law and has announced new graduation policies without promulgating new regulations.
And are these new rules they're going by supposed to be done by law, by the legislature or something?
That's right. So this type of policy needs to be properly adopted, properly proposed and adopted under the New Jersey Administrative Procedure Act, which would allow for fair notice of the proposed policy and an opportunity for stakeholders to comment.
What is at the heart of this issue in terms of using the SAT and the ACT scores and using the PARCC scores?
What's at the heart of the issue is that through a series of memoranda starting in the fall of last year, the Department of Education has announced new graduation policies that would impose the PARCC exams as a requirement for graduation instead of the exams that are currently in the law. And if students don't pass the PARCC exams, they would also have the opportunity to fulfill that requirement by taking commercial fee-based assessments like the SAT and ACT, which obviously raises issues of access.
How's the Commissioner of Education able to do something like this?
Well, the Commissioner went ahead and issued these memoranda outlining the new policy, which doesn't follow the appropriate procedure for putting in place new rules for graduation requirements.
And have lawmakers chimed in on this at all, or is it just leaving it up to the parents and the Education Law Center to take this on?
The Education Law Center alerted the Commissioner of Education in January and again in April that these policies need to be established through the appropriate procedures and that wasn't being done through the issuance of the memoranda. And that's why the lawsuit was ultimately brought.
What was the DOE's response?
The lawsuit was filed recently, and so the Department of Education will now have the opportunity to file an answer.
No, I mean, when you contacted them before and asked before the lawsuit, okay, what's going on here with these regulations?
The DOE did not respond to those communications.
On something as serious as this?
Correct.
So what are parents left to think? That the DOE doesn't care? DOE is going to continue to do its own thing, or what?
Well, the DOE didn't have a formal response to those communications, which were from the Education Law Center and the ACLU of New Jersey. Our hope now is that the DOE will either follow the existing laws that are on the books or will propose new regulations and allow that opportunity for notice to students of the new requirements and an opportunity for stakeholders to comment.
As the Education Law Center sees it and the parents too, what's at stake for these students?
What's at stake for these students is knowing with an appropriate amount of fair notice what the requirements are for them to achieve a high school diploma. And then with new proposed policies, also the opportunity for the public to comment and raise issues of concern with the new proposed policies.
And what are parents' concerns about using PARCC testing in particular, those test scores?
Well, this lawsuit isn't about the merits of particular tests. It's about getting the new policies implemented through the correct procedures so that people have fair notice and the opportunity to give comment on them.
When you look at this kind of rulemaking by the commissioner, not by lawmakers, what does the Education Law Center think about someone as a commissioner taking this kind of action, almost, I assume, unilaterally? Did he have Board of Education support for this?
Well, the memoranda that laid out the new policy were issued by the commissioner and other officials in the DOE.
Okay. When you look at this, there's been a lot of criticism of the difficulty and validity of the PARCC test exams. I know that's not what your focus is, but it's 2019 when the PARCC test can be used as a graduation criteria. Can't something be tweaked between now and then to make this acceptable to everybody?
I want to be clear with a clarification because the new policies, including the use of PARCC and the fee-based commercial tests and the portfolio appeal option, are being implemented for the classes of 2016, 2017, and 2018. So this is not something that's as far off as 2019. This is something that affects high school seniors now, and as well as juniors and sophomores who are beginning the year right now.
So